everybody. Welcome to the channel. We got some 1961 New York Yankees baseball. We got the Chicago White Sox traveling to New York on July 25th for a doubleheader. And this is game one of that doubleheader. And let's take a look at the White Sox starting lineup for game one here on July 25th. Leading off, playing shortstop is Luis Aparicio. Batting second, playing right field is Floyd Robinson. Batting third, playing center field is Jim Landis. Batting fourth, playing left field is Minnie Mioso. Batting fifth, playing first base is Roy Serves. Batting sixth, playing third base is Al Smith. Batting seventh, playing second base is Nellie Fox. Batting eighth and doing the catching is Sherman Lawler. And batting ninth, doing the pitching is Frank Bowman. Let's take a look at the New York Yankees starting lineup here for game number one of a doubleheader between the White Sox. Leading off, playing second base is Bobby Richardson. Batting second, playing shortstop's Tony Kubek. Batting third, playing right field's Roger Maris. Batting fourth, playing center field's Mickey Mantle. Batting fifth, playing first base is Bill Skowron. Batting sixth, doing the catching is Elston Howard. Batting seventh, playing left field is Bob Serve. Batting eighth, playing third base is Clint Boyer. And batting ninth and doing the pitching is the chairman of the board, Whitey Ford. And let's see if he can break this two-game losing streak that he's on, folks. Let's get down here to the Yankee Stadium and get this game started. Hey, Beatles. Sorry I missed your game last night live. I did watch it at work, both games of that doubleheader you did. Alrighty, folks, and here's the first pitch from Whitey. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. And believe it or not, the Mick's going to muff this ball. Comes out of his glove, and that's going to be an E8, and Aparicio's on board. So not the way Whitey wanted to start this game, on an error by Mickey Mantle. Maybe him and Mick was out too late at the bar last night. Mickey seeing doubles out there. That brings up Robinson, Floyd Robinson now. Floyd is hitting 300 on the year. And that's going to be a pop-up behind home plate. Howard calls for it. Makes the catch for out number one. Brings up Jim Landis now. He's hitting 242 on the year off to a rather slow start. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Can the Yankees turn to Richardson over to Kubek? Over the first, but Landis beats the throw, and that'll be two down now with Landis down in first, and Minnie Mioso's up. He's batting 276 on the year, folks. And that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. Maris near the line makes the catch. So Whitey pitches around the air. We go to the bottom of the first. It's White Sox nothing. Yankees coming to bat. We got Richardson, Kubek, and Maris due up here in the first for the Yanks. And Bobby's off to a slow start this year, folks, hitting only 232. Let's see if he can do something here against the White Sox. That's going to be a ground ball down the serves at first. He calls off Frank, makes it himself for out number one. Brings up Kubek. Kubek's off to a good start. He's hitting 292 on the year. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. So Tony sets the table here for the M&M boys. One out for Roger Maris with Kubek down at first. See if Roger can get the Yankees on the board first. Roger's hitting 261 with 40 home runs on the year, folks. And they don't want no parts of Roger. That's a 2-0 pitch. Let's see if he can take advantage of it. And that is going to be a Tony Kubek takes off from first, and the throw for Sherman gets him, folks. And that is two down now with nobody on for Roger on a 2-1 pitch now. Don't know what Tony was thinking. You got Roger up. You better make sure you make it. And Roger pops that 2-1 pitch straight up in the air. Sherm throws the mask off, makes the catch, and just like that, we get to the top of the second. It's 0-0. Yankees unable to take advantage of that hit by Quebec. Serve Smith and Fox due up here in the second. Roy is hitting 275 on the year. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Bobby Richardson. He's going to fire over to Scourin at first for out number 1. Here comes Al Smith. Al's hitting 309 on the year, folks. He's off to a damn good start for the White Sox. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Clint Boyer. He fires over the first, 2 up and 2 down. That brings up, Nelly Fox. He's hitting 239 off to a slow start. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. Moose up with it. Touches the bag. 1, 2, 3 goes the White Sox. We go to the bottom of the second. It's still 0-0. We got Mantle, Scourin, and Howard due up here in the second. See if Mick can get something started. Hitting 296 on the year, folks. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Smith for out number 1. Here comes the Moose. Moose is having a heck of a year, folks. Hitting 294 on the year. And that ball is smashed down the first baseline. Robinson goes over after it bounces off the wall. And Scourin standing down at second, folks, with a double when only 1 out here. Brings up Elston Howard. Elston's hitting 295, not bad. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. And Moose is going to stop down at third. So we got first and third now with 1 out for Bob Serve. See if Bob can get something going here. Serve and limited plays hitting 286 on the year, folks. Here's the pitch to Bob. And that's not what the Yankees want to see. That ball is hit down to short. Aparicio's up with it. Fires over to Fox. Over to Serve. And that's a 6-4-3 inning double play, folks. The Yankees leave 1 on. We go to the top of the third. It's still 0-0. Sherm's due up, followed by Bowman and Aparicio. Bottom part of the order here. And old Sherm's hitting 294. 294 on the year. Sure. And that's a ground ball down to Quebec. Over in the gap. He makes the throw from deep short. That'll be out number 1. Here's Frank. He's hitting a $167 on the year. And that's going to be a base hit in the center, in the right field, because we don't need no stinking DH Beatles. And just like that, the pitchers are bored with the first hit of the game off of Whitey. So we got Frank down at first with 1 out for Aparicio. He's 0 for 1. He reached on a error his first time up. And that's what the Yankees was looking for. That's a ground ball down to Quebec, over to Richardson, over to Scourin, and 6-4-3 double play erases Frank. And we go to the bottom of the third. White Sox, nothing. Yankees, nothing. Exactly, Beatles. We got Boyer, Ford, and Richardson due up. Clint is hitting 239 on the year. Not bad for Clint. And he gets a hold of this one, folks, off of Frank. And he drives that ball into the gap in right field. And Boyer standing down at second with a lead-off double. That brings up Mr. Whitey Ford, the chairman of the board. And Whitey's hitting 230 on the year, folks. We're going to let him swing away with no outs and a runner already in scoring position. And that is going to be a pop-up on the infield. And Aparicio is going to make the catch down there at short for 1 out. See if Bobby Richardson can do something here. Bobby is 0 for 1. Grounded out the first his first time up. And that's going to be a base hit over second into the outfield, folks. And that's going to score Boyer from second, and the Yankees take a 1-0 lead here, folks. Now with Bobby down at first, Tony Kubek. Tony got a single his first time up, then got thrown out stealing. So here's the pitch to Kubek. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound, I believe. Yes, it is. And Frank's going to spin, throw that ball down the second with Aparicio covering. They get the lead runner. That'll put Kubek down at first for Roger Maris. With 2 outs now, let's see if Roger can add to this 1-run lead here. Roger's 0 for 1. That's a ground ball down the second. And he'll go to short way over the Aparicio covering. And that'll end the inning. But the Yankees do score 1 on the single by Richardson. Takes a 1-0 lead going into the 4th inning here. We got Robinson, Landis, and Minnie Mioso due up here for the White Sox. Floyd is 0 for 1. He popped up to Howard his first time up. That's going to be a ground ball down the third. Boyer up with it. 1 up and 1 down here in the 4th. Here's Jim Landis. Landis is 0 for 1, reached on a fielder's choice. And he drives that ball into the gap in right field. It hits off the wall. Just missed a home run, folks. Roger goes over, fires the ball in, but Landis is standing down in second now with 1 out for Mioso. And he's 0 for 1. He flew out the right his first time up. And that is going to be a ground ball down the third. Slow roller Landis is going to make it over to third. But there's 2 outs now with him down at third. And that brings up Rory Serves. And he is 0 for 1. He grounded out to Bobby Richardson his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball in the left field. Bob Serves out there today. He races over near the line, makes the catch. And the White Sox leave Landis down at third. We get to the bottom of the 4th. The Yankees holding on to a 1-0 lead. We got the big boys up. Mantle, Scourin, and Howard here in the 4th. Mix 0 for 1, grounded out the third. And that's going to be a base on balls. They don't want nothing to do with Mick. And so often, if you watch this replay, Moose has made them pay for it this year, folks. Like I say, he's hitting .296 with 29 home runs and 89 RBIs. So here's the pitch to Moose. And there you go. That's a base hit in the center field. Mick will stop down at second. So we got the first 2 runners aboard here in the bottom of the 4th. Elston Howard come up with a key base hit here and blow this game open here for the Yanks. Howard's 1 for 1. He singled his first time up. And he's going to do her again, folks. That's going to be a base hit in the left field. Mick is going to score. And again, Moose will stop down at second. So the Yankees are up 2-0 now. With Bob Serve up. Just singling their way around the bases here. Bob's 0 for 1. He hit into a double play his first time up. And that's going to be a pop-up on the infield. Infield fly rules in effect. Aparicio does make the catch, though, for out number 1. Brings up Clint Boyer. See what Mr. Boyer can do. He doubled his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss strike 3. So 2 down now. Runner still at first and second. Scourin down at second. Howard down at first. It's going to take a decent base hit to score Scourin. And here's Whitey. Can he help his own calls, folks? Yes, he does. He gets a hold of this one, folks. And that ball is driven into, I think, left field. Yes, it is. And that'll score Scourin. And Howard will stop at second. And all of a sudden, folks, we don't need no stinking DH. because Whitey Ford has just drove in a run. How about that? That brings up Bobby Richardson. And we still got a runner down at second with 2 outs now. And Bobby is 1 for 2 with an RBI. And hits just keep coming, folks. They keep coming. And that's going to be a base hit in the left. And see here. Let's do something. And with Whitey's speed, he's going to end up down at third, folks. How about that? The hits just keep coming. Now we got first and third and 2 outs, and the Yankees are up 4-0, and that's going to get the bullpen going up for the White Sox. Remember, this is a doubleheader, and the White Sox don't have much of a bullpen. Let's see here. They'll get the righties up, although they don't have no lefties in the bullpen. Kemmer and Hacker's up in the bullpen for him. So we got first and third, 2 out for Mr. Quebec. He's 1 for 2 today. And that might be a base hit also, folks. And that's going to be an error on Fox. He lets that ball get through. In the right field, that's going to score Whitey. And Bobby's going to try for third. Frankie Floyd Robinson up with the throw. And they supposed to try for third. Let's try this again, folks. Bobby's supposed to try for third and see if he makes it. See what happens here. See if this works this time. No, it's not doing it. What the heck here? Try this one more time. Bobby's supposed to be heading to third because he's a brown-eyed, handsome man. E4. Won't work either, but we'll try it. No. Alrighty, we'll do it this way then. Let's see here. How can we get him to... Let's see here. How can we get him to advance here on this error? Sorry about that, guys. Let's try it this way then. Go back here and try it this way. E4. Well, that advanced him to third, but it didn't get him out. I want him thrown out. Want him thrown out. Let's try it one more time. At least we got him down at third now. Need be, I'll get him picked off and then go back and adjust it. I'm not going to spend too much more time on this. Not going to spend too much more time on this. Let's try this one more time. And then he gets him down the second. Alrighty, we'll do it this way then. Undo. We'll send him down the third. We'll pick him off, and then I'll go back and change the box score. I'm not going to fool with it. Not going to fool with it. So E4. Sorry about this, guys. Hey, Tim D. So now we'll just pick him off. Then I'll go back and edit the darn. And we'll go back here and we'll edit. Edit the box score here. Extended box score. Okay. Fielding will have Robinson with an assist. Sherm will have a put out. Where's Sherm at? There he is. Sherm will get a put out. And let's see here. Does Whitey have a pick off? I'll take a pick off away from Whitey. It doesn't show nothing there. Okay. And let's see if that is under batting as far as Bobby with the caught stealing. Doesn't have him caught stealing. So that looks good. That's what we'll go with here. Alrighty, folks. Sorry about that, but I think we got her straight now. So it is 5-0 as we go to the top of the fifth. We got Smith, Fox, and Lord due up. Like say, sorry about all that, guys. Have to figure out exactly how to do. It might be a glitch in the system. I know I've had problems with errors before. They assume that there won't be an out with an error. Anytime you have an error, they're not expecting an out in this game. So I've had that problem before with a runner caught in a rundown after an error, and it won't let me do that. So it might not let me get somebody thrown out trying to advance 2 bases. So here we go. Smith's up the bat against Whitey. Yankees are up 5-0. And that'll be a fly ball in the center field. Mick's got that after the rain delay. We'll call it. Sure. Thank you, Tim. Yeah. All righty. Here's Nelly Fox. He's 0 for 1, grounded out the first. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. Nelly turns on this one. Roger gets over and cuts it off, stops it from being a double. Nelly down at first with 1 out for Sherm. Here's Sherm up now. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Can they go around the horn? That ain't a ground ball down the third. That's a swing and a miss because Whitey's got the X factor, folks. That's a strikeout. Sherm goes down swinging. And we got 2 outs now in the fifth. And like I say, since this is a double hitter, I'm going to let Frank bat. They got to get some innings here. Don't want to waste the bullpen in the first game. Don't know what the second game is going to be like. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Cue back up with it. Robs Frank of a base hit. That was a nice dive and stop. Hey, Legends. And that is a 1-2-3 inning for the White Sox. We go to the bottom of the fifth. We got Maris, Mano, and Scourin up. And Roger is 0 for 2 today. Popped up to Sherm behind the plate and it reached on the fielder's choice. And that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. Robinson's got it for out number 1. Oh, nice game, by the way, Legends. I caught it at work. Unable to participate in the chat, but yeah, it was a darn good game. Are you doing one again tonight? I think you said you was going to do Beatles Pirates against the Reds. Or are you doing that tomorrow? Here's the Mick. Mick is 0 for 1. He's walked and scored. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Smith at third. That'll be 2 up and 2 down. And here comes Scourin. He is 2 for 2 with 2 singles. No, he doubled his first time up. That's right. And Moose grounds that ball down the second. And that'll be an easy play for Fox. And the Yankees go down 1-2-3. Yeah, I called it this morning at work, Tim. I missed it last night. Alrighty, and now we go to the top of the sixth. It's still 5-0 Yanks. We got the top of the order due up here for the White Sox. Aparicio, Robinson, and Landis. Probably tomorrow. Cool, Legends. Alrighty, I'll try to catch out at work. Hopefully it's a quiet day. Here is Aparicio. He's 0 for 2. Reached on an error and hit into a double play. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Boyer. Boyer near the line, plants and throws. And that'll be out number 1. Here comes Mr. Floyd Robinson. He's 0 for 2. Popped up to Howard. Grounded out to third. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. Mick with plenty of room out there. Short of the monuments for out number 2. That brings up Jim Landis now. And that's going to be a swing and a miss for Whitey. Strike 3. And the White Sox go down again. 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the sixth. We got Howard serving. Boyer due up here in the sixth. Here's the pitch to Howard. And that's going to be a pop-up behind home plate. That'll be out number 1. And that ruined the perfect day for Howard. He was 2 for 2. Here's Bob's serve. He's 0 for 2. He's grounded into a double play and popped up the short. And that'll be a fly ball in the left field. Minnie's out there. Makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down for the Yanks. Brings up Boyer now. Can Clint get on board here? He's 1 for 2 with a double and a strikeout. And that's going to be another pop up on the infield, folks. And Nellie Fox takes charge, makes the catch near second base, and that'll do it for the Yanks. We go to the 7th inning. Chicago White Sox, 0. New York Yankees, 5. Mioso serves in. Smith due up here in the 7th against Whitey. Whitey's pitching a heck of a game here, folks. Here's the pitch to Minnie. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. As soon as I say he's pitching a great game. The lead runners aboard here in the 7th. Brings up Roy serves. Roy is 0 for 2. He's grounded out the second and flew out the left. And I think this is going to get the Yanks in some trouble here. That ball is hit down to second. And Bobby can't make the play, folks. And all of a sudden, we got first and second, nobody out. Kind of jinx Whitey here. Sure. Here's Al Smith. He's over 2. He's grounded out the third and flew out the Mick. And that's what the doctor ordered, folks. Whitey's happy about that. It's a ground ball down the Quebec over to Richardson, over to Scowen. 6-4-3. Pitcher's best friend double play. Mioso will get down the third, but there's 2 outs now. That brings up, oh, Nelly, Keith Allen says. And he's 1 for 2. He grounded out the first and singled his last time up. And that's going to be a pop-up on the infield. Who wants that? Moose Scowen says he's got it in fair territory and makes the catch, folks, for out number 3. We go to the 7th inning stretch. We got Ford, Richardson, and Quebec due up here for the Yanks. Here's the pitch to Whitey. He's 1 for 2 with a double and scored. And that's going to be a ball 1, the Whitey. 1-0 count. Can he take advantage of it? And Whitey works himself a walk, folks. And Frank is due up second. Let's see if he can get through this 7th inning. They're not going to let him go too far here. If a runner gets in the scoring position, they're going to take him out. Whitey down at first. Bobby Richardson up. Bobby's having a heck of a game. 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. And it keeps happening, folks. That's going to be an infield hit for Bobby. Beats that ball in the ground and races down the first. That's going to be it for Frank. We're going to take him out. He can't get through to the 7th. Let's see who they're going to bring in here. I think they're going to bring in Kemmer. He's going to come in here, try to hold this to a 5-run game and give him a little bit of life here. I don't know who else pitched. This is our first game against the White Sox. We'll check out and see when the last time he's pitched. Yeah, Russ can come in. Yeah, it's been a while since Russ has pitched. All righty here. He's got Quebec. Maris and Mann will do up if he can't get a double play, folks. So here is Tony. Tony's 1 for 3 today. See what he does off of Kemmer here. Old Rusty. And he might be a little rusty because that's going to be a base hit, I believe, in the right field. Let's check it out here. Yep, that's a base hit in the right field. And that'll score 1. And Bobby will stop at second. Nice piece of hitting by Quebec. And the Yankees extend this lead, folks, to 6-0. And here comes the M&M boys. First and second, Rogers up. And he is 0 for 3. Can he get off the snide here, folks? No, he doesn't. That's going to be a foul ball behind home plate. And Sherm back near the netting makes the catch for out number 1. And here's the Mick. 1 out. Bobby down at second. Tony down at first. Mick's 0 for 2 with a walk, folks. He also hasn't had a hit. And he still doesn't, folks. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Aparicio. Can he turn 2 over to Fox? And Mick easily beats that out. Won't even be a throw down the first. So we got first and third now for the Moose. We got Mick down at first. Richardson down at third. Moose is 2 for 3 with a double and scored a run. And that's going to be a pop-up in the shallow left field. And coming is Minnie Mioso. He makes a nice running catch and holds the Yankees to only 1 run here in the 7th. we go to the top of the 8th. It's 6-0 Yanks. We got the bottom part of the order due up here. Lower, a pitch hitter, and then Aparicio. Here's the pitch to Sherm. He's 0 for 2, grounded out to short and struck out against Whitey. And that's going to be a ball 1 on him. 1 ball, no strikes. And he drives that ball into the ground. Bobby Richardson picks it up, throws the first one out. He's going to come in here and pitch hit. And old Sammy Espinosa is going to come in here and pitch hit for the White Sox. Old Sammy. Darn, sorry to hear that, Tim. That's a mess. Sure. I wish you the best, bud. Hopefully nothing of any importance got damaged. Darn. Sure. Alrighty, here's Espinosa up now. He's batting a .04 on the year. Nobody on, 1 out. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Richardson. 2 up and 2 down here in the 8th. And we're back to the top of the order in Aparicio. And Luis is 0 for 3 today. And that's a base on balls. Why you don't want to start doing that here. So, and he's still alive here for the White Sox for Floyd Robinson. He's 0 for 3 also. And we lost the dice here. And that ball is well hit. Floyd makes nice contact. And he drives that ball into the gap in right field. And with Aparicio's speed, that is going to end the shutout, folks. And all of a sudden now it's a 6-1 game. White Sox making some 2-out noise here. Now you got Robinson down at second for Jim Landis. And that's going to be a base on balls. And Whitey all of a sudden might have just hit the wall here. He is due up, I think, 4th in the inning. Yeah. See if he can get out of this mess here. Here comes Mioso up now. Manny is 1 for 3. First and second now, 2 outs. All this coming with 2 outs, folks. Whitey needs this 3rd out. And he's going to get her, folks. That is going to be a ground ball down the short. You back up with it. Throws over to second. But the White Sox score 1 and make it a 6-1 ball game as we go to the bottom of the 8th. And we got Howard, Serve, and Boyer due up here. Let's see who's going to come in here and pitch for the White Sox. And they're going to bring in the ex-Yankee, Mr. Perfect Game himself. Don Larson's going to come in the game, folks. Pitch against his former teammates. See what Larson can do here against his former mates. Oh, that's good, Tim. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. No major damage. Sure. Alrighty, we got Howard up here against Don Larson. He's 2 for 3 today. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Aparicio's up with it. That'll be out number 1. Larson for the White Sox has a 0.21 ERA, folks. Not bad at all. He started one game he's pitched since 27, a 4-0 record here. Let's take a closer look at old Larson. 43 innings, folks. Like I say, he's way overdoing it. Look at that. Supposed to have a 4.12 ERA, a 0.21. Don Larson showing up here for the White Sox. Let's see what he's done when he was in Kansas City. In Kansas City, he got beat around a little bit, but he's pitching well here for the White Sox, that's for sure. Nice move by picking him up. All righty, here's Bob Cerv. Can he finally get a hit here? And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike three. Larson's doing it, folks. 2 up and 2 down here. Here's Clint Boyer. And that's going to be I think that's going to be a strike one on Boyer. 0-1 pitch. And that's a swing and a miss. Larson strikes the last 2 batters out, folks. The Yankees go 1, 2, 3 here in the 8th. And I think we're going to take Whitey out of the game, folks. He was struggling there in the 8th. And I think we're going to go with Bob Turley's going to come in here. Try to close this 9th inning off. Yankees with a 5-run lead. See if he can get the job done here. If not, they'll get the bullpen up if anybody reaches second. So he's got Cerv, Smith, and Fox due up here in the 9th. Let's see what happens here. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Bobby Richardson. 1 up, 1 down. Well, first let's get the new pitcher in here before we give this to old. Yeah. Whitey gets credit for this ground out. Bring Bob in. All righty, 1 down here in the 9th. Brings up Al Smith now to face Bob. He's 0 for 3. Not anymore. He gets a nice hit here off of Bob. And that's going to be hit into the gap in right field. So all of a sudden now the White Sox making some noise with Smith down at second and 1 out. Nelly Fox is up now. And Nelly is 1 for 3. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. That'll probably get the runner down the third, and it does. Bobby up with it, fires over to Scowen. 2 outs now, and Smith down at third for Sherm. And he is 0 for 3. He's grounded out the short, struck out, and grounded out the second. And that's going to be a pop-up on the infield, and that'll do her, folks, as Moose calls for it and makes the catch. And the Yankees win 6-1, folks, in this first game of the doubleheader. Let's take a look here at the box score. You got plans for a game tonight, Beatles? And Whitey gets off that 2-game losing streak, folks. And the White Sox 1 run on 6 hits and an error. The Yankees 6 runs on 11 hits and 2 errors. Robinson, Landis, Mioso, Smith, and Fox. And because we don't need no stinking DH, Bowman had a hit. White Sox left 7 on. And for the Yankees, Bobby Richardson with a nice game. Quebec with a nice game. Bobby 3 for 4. Quebec 2 for 4. And the M&M boys 0 for 7 combined, folks. How about that? You had, like I say, Bobby Richardson, Quebec picking up the slack in this game. Scowen and Boyer with the cool Beatles. Sounds like a plan. And the Yankees lead 5-1. Frank Bowman, 6 innings, 10 hits, 6 runs, 5 of them earned. Walked 2 and struck out 1. Then the bullpen came in and shut the door on the Yanks. Kemmer, 1 inning, 1 hit. And Don Larson comes in and pitches the 8th inning, gives up two. This gets 2 strikeouts. And the chairman of the board comes back and pitches a heck of a game. 8 innings, 5 hits, 1 run, walked 2, struck out 2. Turley comes in and pitches a nice 9th inning, gives up the double, but that's it. Alrighty, folks. We'll be back here probably tomorrow to do this doubleheader game. It'll be another game with the White Sox and Yanks. I want to thank Beatles Tim D for stopping by here. Legends, check out his channel. And like I say, Beatles says he might do a game here later on. Check out that. Alrighty, folks. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And on your way out of Yankee Stadium, hit the bell, hit that like button, and leave a comment about this game and replay. Until next time, y'all have a great evening and y'all take care. Oh, thank you, Tim. Appreciate it, bud.